Hi YouTube friends and families, thank you for stopping by. If this is your first time on my channel, thank you for stopping by, and if you are a regular customer on my YouTube channel, thank you for coming back again. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make fondant. I have this beautiful fondant recipe that is going to give you a turn around. Shall we? Here are the list of ingredients I'll be using. This is my gelatin, this is my CMC, this is my water, this is glucose, and I have my bowl which I'll be using for the mixing, and my icing sugar. Let's get started. As usual, the first step is to sieve your icing sugar. That is the first thing you do when making your fondant. And when it comes to the measurement, I'm going to leave the measurement in the description box for you, but I can just mention them now while I am sifting my icing sugar. So I have 1 kg of icing sugar, as you can see in the video. I have 10 tablespoons of water. I have 2 tablespoons of glucose. I have 1 tablespoon of CMC, 1 teaspoon of CMC, and I have 2 tablespoons of gelatin. The reason why you have to sift your flour is because of those giant rock of icing sugar that I just sifted out that you can see there. And do not make the mistake of proceeding without taking out a small quantity of icing sugar that you can use to dust your work surface. Now I'm going to proceed to the mixture of the liquid. I'm going to pour my gelatin into a nice stainless bowl. Make sure you use stainless. You'll see the reason later. Add your water. Let it sit for a couple of minutes after carefully stirring and combining the two together before going in with your glucose. And guys, just know that if you are not making this much fondant, take for example, you are making 500 grams of fondant, you have to divide my recipe, the recipe I wrote here. I think I'm going to help do that in the description box as well. Now once you have poured your liquid together, do not forget to add your CMC to your flour, to your icing sugar. So sorry guys, I said flour. To your icing sugar, add your CMC to your icing sugar and mix well to combine. Mix just until it is well combined, and then let's proceed to double boiling our liquid mixture. That is the mixture of our glucose, CMC, and water. Double boil, you can do that over a stove or gas or something while it's still on fire, and you can just use the same method I'm using here to mix together. Make sure you mix everything together and keep stirring until the liquid turns liquid, like really liquid like this. And at this point, it's going to be somehow warm. Once you're done, it's going to be warm. So mix it up together very well and proceed to the next step. Once you are done with that and it is watery, just like you can see here, just take out the container from the pot. I'm finding it difficult to do here, but I just did it off camera. And this is what your liquid should look like. This is what your liquid should look like, guys, if you want to get the best result. Now we'll proceed to our dry ingredient. That is the combination of our icing sugar and our CMC. What you do is to pour in your liquid into your dry ingredient gradually. Guys, this is a gradual process. You don't want to pour everything inside at once, because if you add everything inside at once, you can end up with very watery fondant. You can end up with a batter instead of fondant, and our fondant has to be like dough. It has to be in dough form. So do not add too much of it. Add it gradually, just like I'm doing in the video, for best results. And if you're adding gradually, you'll be able to control the amount of liquid you add into your fondant. Initially, it's going to look as if you're doing something with that won't give you a very good result, but don't worry. Keep going. Eventually you will see that everything will come together. So Here I have transferred my fondant to my work surface, and you need space to do this. Now back to the icing we separated, we took out from the icing earlier before adding our CMC. Back to the fondant, to the icing. That icing is meant for you to dust your work surface. So you'll see me using the icing to dust my work surface so that my fondant won't stick to my work surface. So make sure you need it. As you can see, it's coming together and it's getting stretchy already. As you can see here, I'm using my fondant to my icing sugar to dust my work surface with my fondant. Keep going and you will have a very good result at the end of the day. Fondant will try its possible best to get sticky as much as it wants, but you will not allow that because it's going to get your work surface and your hands messed up. So this is what my fondant looks like after working it on my work surface for a couple of minutes. And make sure that you do not overwork your fondant. And if you are not ready to use your fondant immediately when you're done, if you're not ready to use it, make sure you keep it well in a nylon wrap or in a king film. So if you do that, it will prevent your fondant from sticking together. And let me tell you that this fondant works for both dry season and for rainy season. Just make sure that if you are making your fondant in dry season, you know the weather is already dry already, everywhere is hot, you want to make your fondant a bit firmer than rainy season. But when it's rainy season, everywhere is cold, you know, the fondant won't melt back and turn watery later. So that is just the trick to making fondant for every season. So there is no other magic, it's just that you have to learn the secret, and that is just the secret that I just spilled. Now look at the texture of the fondant, look at how stretchy the fondant is. Just continue working it. And another thing is, there are other things you can use. If you're not using the fondant, you can as well use Crisco. I'm going to be showing you what Crisco or vegetable shortening looks like later. This will prevent your fondant from sticking as well. Now this is what Crisco looks like. It is also called vegetable shortening. This prevents your fondant from sticking together, and it also gives it this shiny look. You don't want to miss it. Fondant is fun and at the same time stressful, but you just have to get yourself familiar with it as a baker. Thank you very much for stopping by and watching my video today. I hope this is helpful to you. I hope I have been able to satisfy some of your curiosity when it comes to fondant, how it's made and things like that. We grow and learn every day, so I think I'm able to impact a kind of knowledge, even though it is just small, tonight. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to click that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I drop another video, and don't forget to comment your view and opinion in the comment section. Thanks.